I have to say, the texture is spot fucking on. The texture is absolutely incredible. I am super excited for this video because I am going to be trying the Renegade Foods vegan charcuterie. These were not sent to me for free or anything like that. I bought these with my own money, which was a lot of money. It's tempting to call it overpriced, but I actually don't really think that's fair because I'm sure that a lot of money goes into developing and making a product like this, and it's a brand new product, and a lot of times that's, you know, when a product is the most expensive is when it first hits the market. They're still trying to figure things out. They're trying to recoup their costs. They're trying to make enough money to keep going. So they are expensive, but I thought that it would be worth it because I really wanted to try these, first of all. And secondly, I thought it would be fun to try it on camera and review it for all of you. So a few months ago, I got a follow on Instagram from an account called Eat Renegade. Oftentimes I don't pay attention or follow the company back because it's just not something that I'm interested in. But this time I clicked on their page and I saw that they were a vegan cured meat company. I talk about in a lot of my videos how I used to love cured meats when I ate meat. I really liked salami, I liked pepperoni. So anyway, I have been following them since then, and I think they just started shipping in September. So they did a pre-order a few weeks ago, and then I waited until like their site went live with all the products before I ordered. The package came yesterday, and it was a really big box, like much bigger than you would expect for like this amount of things. But you know, it came in like a big styrofoam, like cooler type thing with 4 ice packs. I took a video of it so I can show it. It's not ideal in terms of packaging. It's not the most eco-friendly. I wouldn't probably order like that on a regular basis. Ideally, you'd go to the store and buy these products in person, but I think a part of ensuring that a new vegan company will succeed is supporting them early on so that they can gain enough capital to grow and hopefully be sold in stores one day. They basically have 3 different varieties. They have the sweet Toscana, then they have the smoky Soppressata, and then they have the spicy Chorizo. I got a sample pack which came with 1 of each. You can also just order them separately, but I just wanted to try all of them. And in terms of the ingredients, they are, I think they're all gluten-based, so not gluten-free. So first of all, they say our premium charcuterie line is crafted with organic plants, all the flavor and none of the sacrifice. Renegade's recipes have been in development for more than 10 years, using traditional smoking techniques to elevate the plant-based experience. Our products are packed with 18 grams of protein per serving with superfoods like mushrooms, garlic, and olive oil. We also use gut-friendly pre- and probiotics like fermented miso and apple cider vinegar. For the Soppressata, they say it's a Calabrian style salami influenced by the flavors of southern Italy. Flavor profile is heavy undertones of smoke and black pepper. I feel like I've said this in videos before, but I really don't like a super artificial smoke flavor. Like, I hate liquid smoke. It'll be interesting to see if I like this. For the Toscana, Tuscan-inspired salami with origins in the wild fennel fields. So this is also something that I'm hoping won't be an issue, but I really don't like the taste of fennel. And so I'm just hoping that the fennel is sort of like a little bit of a punctuation rather than like taking over the whole flavor of the thing. Flavor profile, sweet Italian herbs and roasted red peppers. For the chorizo, they say Spanish style chorizo infused with the country's defining spices. Flavor profile, hot and sweet paprika and garlic. So when I'm tasting these, I'm basically going to be rating it on flavor and texture. I think texture is something that I'm really excited to see how they do with that, because these types of meats were always so like chewy, and I feel like that's part of the experience and part of the enjoyment of them. So I really hope they get the texture right. I'm just gonna cut it along here so that I don't mess up the labels. Wow, oh my gosh. So it's like seal packed in this plastic. It's actually bigger than I thought it would be. There's the Soppressata, and here is the Toscana. It sort of has the thing like, if you guys have had the Sweet Earth bacon, or any Sweet Earth meat products really, how it's like so juicy and like there's like this like oily sort of liquidy stuff kind of surrounding it, which makes it really messy, which is not ideal. But is this the meat now, or is this? No, there's another layer of casing. It's already just everywhere, so this is gonna be messy. So, okay, so what am I doing here? They smell really good. Ooh, they all smell really good. Yum. And I will say they have like a very like firm kind of sturdy, sort of like hard, like I have a good feeling about the texture based on how they feel in my hands. So now I have to cut them out of the casing, which is going to be very messy, but let's just do this. Oh, the casing, it's almost like a wax paper. Like I almost just tried to eat it because it seems so like edible. Like it really kind of has like the texture and look of like the skin casing on like a regular sausage. Jeez, this is so messy. So the good news is once you cut it, it's pretty easy to pull away the casing. Okay, so I'm just gonna like flip these over so I can see sort of while I'm eating them what is what. Okay, and I'm gonna give my hands a good little rinse because it looks like I just got into a fight with a clown or something. Do a few slices of each one. Ooh, texture is feeling really good. I'm also a huge fan of plant-based jerkies, and this feels like it has the kind of, I don't know, jerky type of thing that I like. It just sounds like I like love meat. But like I've said in my previous videos, what I loved was like the flavor and the textures and the saltiness, and none of that had to do with the fact that it was animal flesh. So if you look at the cross section, you can really see all of the different spices and textures that are in there, which again makes them look and seem so much more realistic. I'm excited now. So this might be bad because now my hopes are high. All right, let's start with the sweet Toscana. So we're looking for roasted red pepper and fennel undertones. Wow. Okay. Oh my gosh. Guys, I have to say, the texture is spot fucking on. Not kidding. Like the texture is absolutely incredible. It's got that chewiness, that firmness that I'm talking about. It doesn't have the kind of like sponginess that a lot of vegan meats have. Like it really has like, gives you a lot for your like mouth and your teeth and your tongue to work with, as weird as it sounds. Like it gives you that nice, chewy, meaty experience. I can't say that I noticed too much of like a sweet undertone. Definitely tasted all the different flavors that were going on. It's great because I tasted the fennel, but in the way I was hoping, which was just like little, it just kind of peeked out every now and then on my taste buds, but it wasn't like, oh, I'm eating fennel. Let me have another bite. Definitely got a little more of the sweetness that time. I can say the flavor isn't as, maybe quite as bold as I was expecting, because I can kind of still taste the sort of seitan taste. While there are a lot of flavors there, they're not as like popping in my mouth as I maybe thought or hoped. Let me move on to the Smoky Soppressata, looking for undertones of black pepper and smoke. There's the smoke. This one I think reminds me of pepperoni a little bit. It's got that like peppery, it's got a little kick, but not too much. One of my biggest complaints with a lot of vegan jerkies is that the biggest flavor that you get is just like salt. Like it's too salty and not enough of anything else. So I think that's probably a challenge of a lot of these vegan cured or dried meats, is to make them salty enough, but also to have the other flavors stick out as well. And I think in this one, I have to say I am getting a little bit too much of the salt flavor, especially at first. But then by the end, the smoke and the black pepper does come out a little more. But in the beginning, it's basically just like seitan and salt. I think they could maybe improve on that a little bit. Now let's try the chorizo, which is supposed to be the spicy one. Looking for tones of sweet paprika and garlic. Yeah. It tastes like chorizo. Yeah, it's good. Extremely salty. I'm gonna rank these, I guess, in terms of my favorite to least favorite. I have to say, I think the sweet Toscana was my favorite. Probably the Smoky Soppressata was 2 and chorizo was 3. So it's basically the order that I tried them in. I do wanna try them sort of like in context of how one might eat these types of meats, which is like with a little bit of vegan cheese, maybe with a little sourdough, with a little mustard, just kind of like try it in some different forms to see how it blends with other flavors and textures. But before I do that, I just want to say that I am overall really impressed by the texture here. Like it does really feel like I'm eating like a gourmet vegan product. As expensive as it was, like this is a whole hunk of meat. Like I think this would last me probably a pretty long time, and I have a feeling that it has a long, you know, shelf life or whatever in the fridge. Obviously I'm going to double check on that. My sourdough got a little too toasted. I just wanted to warm it up a little, so I'm doing another piece. And then this is the Violife Epic Mature Cheddar that I tried for the first time in my last video that I really liked. So I'm gonna try this with some of these meats, because this is how you would hypothetically eat these if you got them on like a fromage and charcuterie plate. Imagine a world where you can just go to a restaurant and like there's just a fromage and charcuterie plate on the menu and it has all stuff like this. It's pretty good. So I'm gonna try the soppressata on some sourdough with a little bit of mustard, because I think that might taste nice. Oops. Oh my god. It's good. Sometimes it's just so good, you gotta dance. I start doing the TikTok Renegade dance that I don't even know. I'm too old for that. I'm gonna change my ranking. Number 1, sweet Toscana. Number 2, spicy chorizo. Number 3, smoky soppressata. The soppressata just has way too much of like a salt forward, where I'm just hyper aware that I'm eating like vital wheat gluten and salt, which is kind of what you don't want if you're trying to imitate meat. So yeah, overall, I found these really enjoyable. I think it's just a great step in the right direction to have something like this at all, because fromage and charcuterie boards are just like so popular, especially right now. Everyone on Instagram is doing their like big grazing boards, and most of them have meat on them. So if we can get closer and closer to a vegan alternative that tastes really good and can like give people that same experience, I think that's just something to celebrate, something to be happy about, and a company and a cause that I am happy to financially support. Also wanted to mention that my friend Tracy from 3 Girls Vegan does make her own versions of these types of like Italian cured meats. So definitely hit her up if you live in Connecticut, check it out. You can also order online. Just wanted to shout her out because she has been doing this for a while and hers are great, and she's got that Italian touch to everything she makes. Yeah, thanks for checking this out, guys. This was really fun and delicious for me. Hopefully it didn't leave you guys too like hungry or mouth-watering, or hopefully it did. I don't know. Comment, let me know what you thought. If you're interested in more videos like this, subscribe, turn on the bell so that you can be notified when I upload. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.